Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Colangelo, and I am here with my really good friends, Wayne Capili and Fraser Almeida. Hello, guys.
Good
Good
morning,
guys, how are
everybody.
you?
Good. Well, look, um, one of the things that the three of us love doing, I'm sure that many of you are aware that twice a year we have the privilege of putting together our WTF workshops. And we have so much fun in preparing for them. So recently we've been talking about, we deliver these workshops only twice a year, and we love educating so much. Why not, in between the workshops, just start a video series where we can do quick bite-size pieces of some of the things that we cover off in the workshop, and we get to spend time with one another and share some of the stuff that we love talking about in the workshop. So that's what we've done. We have created WTF Notes. And every week or two, we're going to be putting out a new video. And the video that we're going to start out with today is we're going to be talking about one of the most important elements when folks are kind of thinking about doing more luxury real estate photography work as part of their business. What are some of the shifts that need to happen? And it's our position, and one of the things that we talk about in the workshop, that the single most important shift that contributes to success in making the transition from core real estate photography to luxury real estate photography is our mindset. All right. And one of the most difficult transitions to manage is the whole concept of speed. All right. Always running around quickly to take as many shots as possible and to get to the next shoot. Well, that mindset, if we were to continue it in a luxury photography environment, boy, that's I don't know what you guys think, but that's death, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a photo that we're going to use to illustrate the importance of shifting a mindset. And this is a photo from a home that we secured for our Atlanta workshop, right, guys?
Yeah. And when we walked up to the house, we knew that it was going to be a really big house. But when we got into the house, I didn't realize that there was a second floor underneath and there was a third floor upstairs. And as a real estate photographer, what I would have done normally is come into the house and start shooting. And
Right.
knowing that I only had a couple of hours, this house was so immense. I would have gotten to the middle of this house and not shot the entire thing. So,
Yeah, so
we
that's
have to have.
absolutely. So let's talk about the context of this. So we secured this house. We had a little bit of a window the day before the workshop for the three of us to go through the house and do some of our planning in terms of how to approach certain topics with our students. So within that small window, not only did we have to do the planning, but the three of us also had to shoot because part of the reason we got this house is that we had committed to giving a license for the photos to the agent. So that was a really big deal. So we only had a really, really limited window to photograph. Do you remember that, Fraser?
Yeah, and I mean, in talking about the agent, who else but them would be the perfect person to walk this house with, to describe it to us, to let that dictate my compositions. And when it comes to core and luxury, many times you're just given a key, a lockbox, you walk in, you shoot, you walk out, and you're done. But with luxury, it's not like that. Like I make sure that I walk it with my agent so I can hear their story about this home from their homeowners or whoever it is, so I can translate that into my compositions and find those moments to tell that complete story. So for instance, even in this workshop house, even though it wasn't an actual job, but I did have to deliver images for this agent, I
Right.
made sure we walked that property, and I was very consciously paying attention to how she was describing it, letting us know about the different details, finishings, why it was built, where it was built, everything. All that stuff goes into my composition when I'm shooting out there, so that way I can deliver those photos. So with luxury, that's where we talk about speed. You got to slow down, take in that conversation, listen to what they're saying. Don't just come in there already spraying and praying. Just let that dictate, because you
Yeah.
realize you'll actually be very faster, because you'll have an intention of exactly what you need to do, rather than hoping and praying, did I get this, did I get that, for
Well,
your client.
so let me talk about the mindset shift that we open this up with, because our typical mindset when shooting core real estate is speed, documentation. All right. So in this particular house, if we walked in and we focused um, just on speed, we would be probably so enamored with this three-story open concept that we would be, trying to find all the possible angles and racing around trying to find different ways of shooting it. And what would end up happening is that we would miss opportunities in and around this open concept. For example, this shot here. This shot probably would have been lost. It would have been, it would have felt like a throwaway shot. So we would have just kept on speeding through the house. But for me, in terms of telling the story of this luxury property, this is one of the key photos that I think was needed to tell the story, is how this dining room was situated right beside that opening, highlighting not only some of the design choices made by the architect, but that it was positioned here, not only by the opening, but by all around this glass where you could, have a meal with family and friends surrounded by a forest. And I think had I sped through the house trying to get as many photos as I can, to be honest, guys, I'm wondering if I would have taken this shot.
Well,
Yeah.
it's also the just using a wide angle lens when you're going to a house. This is a very large house, so if you use a wide angle lens on a house this large, you will miss detail. I mean, you'll show
Yeah.
everything, but you really aren't showing anything when you show that much.
So Wayne, I've heard you say this before in the workshops, that actually slowing down translates to actually you having the ability to speed up when you're actually shooting for your clients, because taking that time to slow down, whether it's gathering information, timing the light, figuring out your compositions, when it's time to go, actually makes you faster when you're actually there shooting for your client. Am I right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I shot this house on the coast, and this is the perfect example of slowing down. And this is a sunset. And the great thing about this is you have to slow down because you have to wait to get to this point. And once we start shooting, to get the other angles of the house that I wanted to get, I had to be really fast. I had to know where the light was going to be on my next shot. So again, we waited 30 minutes for the light to be perfect here. And as the sun got perfect, you see the little entrance, the little place underneath the between the building. And I ran there, took this picture, and 2 minutes later, I got this. And I got this because I knew that I only had a minute as the light's changing. So I had to wait for as long as I needed to wait. And time compression made me know where my camera was going to be to take this picture.
I agree, Wayne. I mean, and that's the importance of slowing at the beginning, because that allows you to go faster later. So we're talking, rather than speed, the mindset of moving quickly to document and get as many photos for our core real estate agent. That mindset absolutely positively has to change for luxury real estate. And slowing down at the beginning allows us to be more efficient later. So that's it, guys. That was our first WTF Notes. We hope that you enjoy it, and more importantly, we hope that you'll be back. As I said earlier, we're going to be doing a number of these in these series, and we hope you join us. So, gentlemen, that's it. We will talk to you soon. And until then, have a great time shooting, and hopefully you'll be able to apply some of the things that we talked about today. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.